Hello everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Today is Vlogust Day 5. As you can see, we're at the camper today. I hope the lighting is going to be bright enough. It's always dark in my camper, even when I have every light on. So I got maybe some sunlight. It's cloudy, so we'll see. I want to thank you for joining me here for Vlogust Day 5. I have just a couple things to show you. So I ordered something, so I got some happy mail. I have one completed object I finally got done, and my luck of the draw number 6 got started because the first draw was yesterday. So let's talk about those things. Let's see. Let's go with the completed object. Yay, it's a washcloth. I finished my Tunisian washcloth. I don't remember the name of the stitch. I can actually look it up. I think I have my little book right here. I keep a book. And this is my second one this year. And it tells me everything that I make. Okay, so, yep, I didn't write it down. I didn't write down the name of the stitch. I think it's the reverse something. I don't remember. What I do for the stitches, so everything that I make, I write in the book what it's called. So I wrote Jade and Stitches July for this. Not actually at this time, not actually the name of the stitch. Duh, I should put the name of the stitch. I put what the pattern or who the pattern maker is or the name of the pattern, something referencing the pattern, what hook I used, what yarn I used, unless it was like scrap yarn or something, and when I started it, when I finished it, and any notes that I have about it. So for this stitch, I used a 4mm Tunisian. Oh, that's the back, this is the front, and it's got like this ribbing automatically in it. I did 2 of the wrong rows together here. When you do this where the bump comes out, you're actually going into the back of the stitch and creating your stitch, and it brings the work forward. That, even by the time I got to here, it was still like awkward for me. I didn't get unawkward with that, doing that. It was slow. It's a very solid stitch. I really like that. You know, if you wanted to make a winter sweater, you know, a garment of something, it would, there's no holes. And it's got texture. I like both of that. Working the stitch wasn't my favorite. I did not put a border on it. When I make the washcloths, I usually at least do like a single crochet around. I didn't, because I find some, like with this stitch, it's bent over, and to get into the single crochet, it was leaving a big hole, and so I didn't want a row of holes, so I just didn't put a border. It is curling a little bit. This is a 3-weight yarn. It's Sure-Wheel cotton, and I used a 4mm Tunisian hook. Next month I'm going to use the same yarn. It matches my kitchen, well, kind of. And I'm going to use a 5mm hook because the stitches, I think, were just too small. If I had used a bigger hook, I think maybe it wouldn't have curled as much because, well, like right now it's not curling. So, I mean, too bad, really. Anyway, it's done. So this is the next project done. And I'm going to take it home and use it in my kitchen. So I'm real happy with that. And in the notes, I put, you know, that I didn't like making the stitch. And so I didn't put a lot of stuff about it because I'm probably not ever going to make anything large out of that. Again, maybe if I was using a bigger hook, it wouldn't have been so tedious to get into the back loop or the back part of the stitch, whatever you call that thing. But as it was, I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I want something that's going to be more relaxing, that rather than figuring out what I got to do, you know? It's early, drinking my coffee. So then I worked on my luck of the draw, number 6. So luck of the draw is Nan's next baby. Nan is sick. Hi, Nan, honey, feel better. I'm praying for you every day. She, because she's ill, she's not doing the luck of the draw physically. She's going to make the project and participate with us, but she's not up to doing videos. Doesn't want to be on camera, that kind of thing. So Trisha from Mama Swift, and I'll try to link these. My editing is going to be because I'm at the camper and I don't have my computer to edit with. I know I can do it on my phone, but I'm not real good at it. But I'm going to try to link them. If they're not linked in this video, they will be in the previous video. So everything will be in there. But I will link Mama Swift, and that way you'll have the luck of the draw. Please join us. It's really a fun thing to do. I am making a wrap from the pattern for this blanket. And so it's treble crochet cross stitch. And you can't see in the picture because it's too dark, the color that you're looking at, but there's like they call it a picot. It starts with making the border. That's how you start this. This is in the Crochet World magazine from April. You know, I'm going to tell you, I think Annie's puts out this magazine. And I've gotten 3 or 4 of these. I found one that my mother had. I don't know why she would even have it. She didn't crochet that much. So somebody must have given it to her. Actually, maybe a couple. I always find something in them that I'm like, oh, I got to make that. Oh, I want to make that. So I'm really impressed with the magazine. I ordered the subscription. They come like every other month or every quarter or something. I don't know. I don't know how often they come, but I'm always finding things that I want to make in them. So I'm going to continue the subscription because I really enjoy the magazine. So anyway, I'm going to make a wrap instead of a blanket. So this, you're supposed to start with 48 picots. I did 24. I read the pattern. I'm not really sure if I'm following the pattern as accurate, but I made the 24. I did 24 picots at the bottom. My base color is blue. I was originally going to use yarn that was Dreamweaver that I got at the discount. Remember I showed you that big ball I had of the navy blue? And when I started working with it, it was thinner than the other yarns that I have. You know, some 4 weights are thick and some 4 weights are thin. This doesn't give you a weight on this yarn. You don't get a lot of information from the labels on that yarn. And when I started the picot row, I wasn't real thrilled with it. So it was thin, and so I thought it's not going to work right. And so I had a pound of love in the navy color. I think it's called navy. It's 16 ounces, 1,020 yards. See, that other was supposed to be a pound, and it had like 11 or 1,200 yards, so it's definitely a thinner yarn. This is the one made in Turkey. It's real soft, and this color is called Blue Marine. Thank you, babe. So it's navy blue, and it's softer than what the other yarn was. So I pulled out what I had done, and I started over, and this is the navy blue. That's my base color, and then every week we pull out a new, well, Trisha will pull a color. And my color for week number 1 is that orange from my friend Lala from Man Mimi's Crochet and Farming. It's called Desert Glaze, and it's I love this yarn. I love the color, and it's a cool color. I don't know, it's like a light terracotta. So to start with, I did the border row because that's like your first chain, and this was a border row that looks like the picots. And then I did 3 rows of the blue, and then I did 3 rows of the orange, and I'm going to do 1 row of the blue, which I did. So next week I'll do 3 rows of whatever color is called for, and then 1 row of the blue. So I think that's the pattern that I'm gonna work, is 3 rows of the main color, or of the weekly color, 1 row of the base color, 3 rows of, and do it that way. It's got a lot of stretch to it, and I used 24. I started with 24 instead of 48, and it's about 3 feet long, maybe not quite. Wait, I might have a ruler right here. I do. Let's see. Let's just give it a quick look. It is 30 inches. I was really debating between 18 and 24, and when I started making the picots and I wanted to make sure it was, I didn't know how much it was going to. You start with chain 2 and then you crochet a treble crochet in the second chain, and then chain 2 and do that again. That's how you make this border, which is kind of cool. You just have to be careful not to twist your yarn when you're coming back and making your X's in it. So I wasn't quite sure how wide it was going to be, so I just went with half the size of the blanket. But they use a different size hook than I'm using. I'm using my 7mm clover because I want it to be soft and drapey for a wrap. So it's 30 inches. I was thinking no more than 28, like between 18 and 24. Not 28. I was thinking between 18 and 24. But you know, go big or go home. But when I put it like up on my shoulder, it's comes down to like my hips. So I'm not going to make it extremely long, just wide enough to wrap me up in, which someone smaller than me it'll be fine. I don't know what that length is going to be yet. And I don't know how far through Luck of the Draw it will go. Maybe I'll make 2. Because it looks like this is 7 rows plus the picot. And I'm really liking it so far. So we'll see how it turns out at the end. So that is the progress of Luck of the Draw. And so I've written that in my book. Now when I complete a project, I write completed at top. Every project is numbered. But then when it's completed, I turn up the page. So any pages that aren't turned up, I know I'm not done with. I have not completed that project. So I have not completed the baby scrap Afghan from June from my crochet calendar. Not done yet. I haven't worked on it. I want to this month. That's part of my Vlogist. I have not completed Amanda's top because I need to get her a little butt into it to try it on to know how long to make the sleeves. And then my Luck of the Draw. I think there's one other project. No, my other this is my second book this year of this size. This is project number 93. Is my Luck of the Draw 6. So that's many. I haven't completed all 93, but I've completed all but maybe 2 or 3. So that's where we're at with that. Now, I told you I wanted this to be the Clean Up the Whips month, but there weren't as many whips as I thought. And then I decided I'm going to end up being Create More Whips Than I Can Handle month because we've got the Luck of the Draw, which is just, I do have one other project in the other book. That's my other Luck of the Draw 5 that I haven't completed. I do want to try to complete that. We'll see how that goes. Then, what else do I have? I have things that are starting this month. It's just the way it is. My friend Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming invited me, which I don't have a copy of the pattern with me. I have it downloaded on my computer at home. I don't have internet here, so everything's done through data, and my computer can't access it. So anyway, this is my Happy Mail that I ordered for myself. Laura has decided that she wants to make a knitted blanket, and she really does not knit much, but she does knit. I know that she knits. Nikki Boo is going to do it with her. There are several of the Zoom ladies that are doing it. Nancy from She's Got Yarn Too. I need to call you about this, but you should join in because you are a knitter now. Anyway, she's picked up a blanket and she wants to make it. So she's invited me to do it with her. So I had to order hooks or needles. This is a bamboo. They're from, I don't know. I ordered them from Amazon. I know if I take it apart, I'm going to have a hard time getting it back in here again. But, so I'm not going to take it completely out. That's the maker right there. I don't know how to say that, but that's the maker. And they are, it's supposed to be a 36-inch cable, but it's really 29 because I guess you count the length of the needles. All new to me, I don't know. And they're 10 millimeter. And I wanted specifically wooden because, you know, the bamboo ones, because I think they'll hold the yarn better for me since I'm really not a knitter. And if you go with the metal, it'll be slicker and they'll slide off easier. I don't want them to slide off. I'm going to give it a shot. You're supposed to use 6 weight yarn, 800 yards. I do not have 800 yards of any 6 weight yarn that I can even work together, except for homespun, which I'm not going to do that. Not for learning how to knit. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use 5 weight yarn and it'll just be a looser stitch. Or yeah, looser, which probably will be better for me because I tend to do things tight. I'm really working on tension to be looser. So probably the thinner yarn is going to be better for me. But I just bought a bunch of that. So like I have a lot that I have 9 or 12 skeins of. So we're going to do that. I'll probably then need more than 800 yards. But I probably can come up with it. So I'm sure that I can. So that's what I'm going to do. And I haven't started anything. I don't even really know how to cast on. Nikki from Addicted to Yarn. Is that what it's called, Nikki? Oh gosh, I hope that's right. She did, when we were in Florida, show me like how to cast on and like tried to teach me to knit. Nancy ran with it from She's Got Yarn Too. She just, and she's making sweaters. I started learning Tunisian. Now Joe from Joe's Web said she's going to make the blanket in Tunisian. I'm like, oh wait. I know how to do that, kind of. I'm like, how are you doing that? She never did respond. So I'm going to talk to her about it, but I really do want to try the knitting. So cross your fingers, say a little prayer that I stick with it. We'll see how it goes. It's yarn. I can always pull it out. If it makes me want to strangle someone, I'm going to try it Tunisian. Or just say, hey, you guys have a good time with that. I'll just stick to what else I know. So we're going to try. And that's what I got for you today, guys. We'll see what I can come up with tomorrow. Oh, real quick. I met up with my winner from the giveaway and gave her prize yesterday. She works with my husband at his school, and she was there. She said, hey, I won. I said, okay, I'll just run it right up there because people are busy. And we chatted for probably a half an hour, and then I left. So I hope you make something fun and pretty, Fabs. And that's all I got for you today, guys. Hopefully I'll come up with something for tomorrow, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. This is Vlogust Day 5 in the books. Bye.